prices climbing this morning. Brent and West Texas Intermediate both up about half of a dollar per barrel. $1.19, $1.20 for Brent, $1.19 for West Texas Intermediate. This is the national average for a gallon of regular unleaded, hitting an all-time high this morning of $4.86 a gallon. Diesel at another new record high of $5.64 a gallon today. Joining me now, the chairman and CEO of United Refining Company, Gristedes and D'Agostino Foods, also the Red Apple Group chief, John Catsimatidis. John, will this only get worse for the American people?
It will get worse, which is very, very sad. It doesn't have to happen. As I said before last week, I said it last week, a recession does not have to happen. What the obsession that President Biden has with not turning on the spigots in North America, in Canada, Alaska, and let America, North America, we have 100 years worth of oil. Let them open up the spigots, and the price of crude oil will come back down to 55, 60, maybe 65, half. Nobody can understand. All the people I talk to, nobody can understand why this obsession with North America. He wants to fly to Saudi Arabia and beg the Saudi Arabians to give us another 500,000 barrels at $120 a barrel. Does that make any sense at all? It makes no sense. And what's going to happen, he wants to force the, and I disagree with our own economists, that our own friends, that they will raise the interest rates by the Fed, because what's going to happen? Instead of bringing down the price of oil and controlling recession, increase the price of interest rates, and guess what? It'll wipe out the real estate industry. It'll wipe out everything else in America. Somebody is on a path to try to destruct America, and somebody has to say, guys, enough is enough. I hope we have enough common sense Democratic senators to say enough is enough. Why are we destroying America? And you know what the cost has been to the American people because of the rising gas prices, the cost of the rising food prices? It's going to go even higher with $120 oil. It's going to go even higher. I am begging.
John, especially with...
I'll finish my sentence. I'm begging the White House. I am begging President Biden. Enough is enough. I'm begging the Democratic senators. Enough is enough. Turn on the spigots in North America. Don't go and beg Iran for crude oil for $120, make them richer. Don't beg Saudi Arabia for crude oil. Don't beg Venezuela for crude oil. We have it. Nobody can understand it.
I agree with you. Nobody can understand it. Not even nobody in America can understand it. People who are suffering and whose standard of living is collapsed because of just the cost of fuel, and particularly diesel. John, before we go, talk about, particularly as a manager of multiple businesses, grocery stores, just how insidious inflation is to all businesses in terms of being able to manage it, and just what it's like in the grocery stores that you operate, and what you anticipate, particularly with diesel at every day at new all-time highs.
70% of all transportation to grocery stores in the whole country is made by truck, and they use diesel fuel. And also our factories that make the food, that process the food, is diesel fuel. The price of diesel fuel went double, and it's going to go even higher. So what does that mean? The food price is going to go even higher unless we grab control. And forget about, it's not the problem of the food companies. It all goes back to the rising prices of oil, crude oil, and what's happening in America today. And we're transferring our wealth in America to foreign countries. That's what we're doing.
And John, it started the first day that Joe Biden took office, and we all talked about it. That by crushing our energy sector, you hand our power and our prosperity to nations that hate us. And that's exactly what has gone on, and made working Americans poor in the process. Final word.
It's just mind-boggling, mind-boggling. If foreign nations elected Joe Biden, they couldn't have done a better job.
John Catsimatidis, please come back. We'll see you again soon.